All right, and one moment. All right, can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I mean, do y'all see like the one slide, or y'all see the the rest of them or whatnot? I'm not sure what y'all can see. Anybody?
I can see the main slide.
All right, cool. All right, so obviously, usually we do mindset calls, and they're all pretty much the same. But today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to gear it towards like trading or whatnot, having the right mindset to be successful in trading. Right? That's what we're all trying to do, right? We're all trying to be successful traders. So the more tips and the more tricks that you get, the better off you're gonna be. So I put up, I put a few things up. Basically, I wanted to talk about to kind of help everybody, get better with the, with the trading stuff, with the mindset, with the psychology and everything, because we all know that, 98% of trading is all mindset. It's all, psychology. The trading part is easy, if you know how to mark up a chart, if you know how to draw your support and resistance, if you know how to, how to draw your order blocks or continuation blocks, then you kind of know what you got to do, right? So what we all need to work on is the psychology, right? So let's go ahead and get started. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it, and then I'm gonna pass it along to whoever want to chime in. I want this to be interactive. I don't want to be the only one talking, right? I get nervous when I'm the only one talking, so I'm gonna need y'all help, all right?
You gotta expand it because right now we're seeing like the notes as well.
Oh, you see the notes too?
Yeah.
Let me do this. Let me do this. Let's see. All right, so what about now?
Hold on. Okay, I think we're just gonna see the PowerPoints. I think we're good.
All right, cool. So, so first point I wanted to talk about is, so basically what these points are, points, things that you need to avoid to be successful, right? So the first thing I wanted to talk about is impatience, right? So Forex is not a get rich quick thing. It requires patience to realize long-term gains. You should execute transactions in relation to your own balance, right? Patience pays bills. Give me a second, Emma. Right. So basically, what I wanted to talk about, as far as the patience goes, a lot of us get into this market knowing the potential, and not actually, think about the hard work that comes with it, right? We all want to jump in it and want to be rich. We want to make $1 million a trade, which eventually, if you work at it, you might get to that point. You will get to that point, right, where you can have a trade where you can make $1 million. But that's not where we're at right now, right? You have to work towards that point. And patience is key. Patience is key. If you don't have the patience, you're not going to be successful in this market, right? Because they will humble you. I don't know how many times I got to say that. The market will humble you. They're out there to get your money. So if you're not protecting your asset, if you're not protecting your mind, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to be successful, they're gonna make sure that you're not successful real quick, right? So patience is key, and that comes with everything, If like for instance, if you're trying to learn a new strategy, or you're trying to learn something about trading, like how to learn how to like for instance, I'm gonna give you an example with the smart money stuff, right? We're all trying to learn the smart money. We know the basics. We know how to look at the charts. We know how to mark up support and resistance, trend lines, and all that good stuff. But we all are trying to learn this smart money stuff. If you're not patient, you may never get it, right? So you have to understand that you're not going to understand it all at once, right? You have to put the work in. You have to listen to your mentors. You have to listen to the people that are teaching you that aspect, and just be patient with it, right? And work at it, not just sit there and listen and not put the work in, right? So that's that's basically what I wanted to talk about, patience. All right. I know Jazz, you say you wanted to add a couple things. So you know, you can unmute yourself. You're the co-host, right? I got Rob on here too. So if any of y'all want to chime in or want to talk about patience, let's go ahead and get it happen. You know, let's make it happen. All right.
Well, I actually wanted to tie in patience with dedication, right? You have to have patience and dedication to be successful in the trading market. Because if I'm not patient, if I'm not dedicated to actually learning the skill, then what am I really doing? Right? So, patient dedication also will tie into success, right? Success at anything always comes down to your focus. So that means that you're going to be dedicated, you're going to have the patience, are you going to put in the effort, and also are you going to have a positive mindset along the absence of hard work to get you where you're trying to get to. So that's all that I have on impatient.
And it's not just about trading too either. You got to be patient with everything you do in life. You know, I'm sure some of us out here got kids. You know, and we all know that with kids you have to be patient. Right? And did y'all hear that? Can y'all hear them laughing? So the fact that the fact that I didn't get up and yell at them, that requires a lot of patience, right? Because it's all part of it. So, Rob, you want to add anything to it, or not? If anybody else want to say anything about patience, you know, you're more than welcome to go ahead and just chime in.
Yeah, I can probably add something to patience. If it comes to patience, something that I've experienced is it's just as Mo says, it does humble you. You can have the best markup in the world on the 4 hour, the hourly, or higher. And if you're sticking to a plan, if you're sticking to your trading plan, nobody else's plan but your plan, you know, you take that trade early and the trade will probably go the other direction because you didn't have the patience, you didn't wait for that setup, and you got humbled. You know, it's required, really. You know, it's discipline, and there's just so many things that tie into patience in general. So yeah, it's just one of those things that take time to master. You know, self-mastery is also a big part of it as well. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad that you mentioned discipline, because that kind of ties into the next point, right? So you want to avoid, you know, having lack of discipline. You have to have discipline in this market. Again, everything that I'm going to be talking about, everything we're going to be talking about is all going to be tied in together, right? If you don't have patience, you're obviously not going to have the discipline to stay in this market, right? So every trader should have his own plan, and the best of and the best make an effort to hold on to it, right? So we all can have plans, but if you don't follow your plan, then what's the point, right? So getting the plan is easy. You know, it's easy to get a plan. You can just ask somebody, hey, what's your plan? And they'll tell you what the plan is. But what are you going to do with that is key, right? If they tell you what they're, you know, what they do with their plans, or, you know, how they become successful, and you're not putting the work in, and you don't have the discipline to do what they're doing, then what's the point? You're really wasting your time, right? So you have to have that discipline to, you know, put the work in. Again, we're still going to be preaching the same thing on every point that we're going to be talking about today. Every point that we're going to be talking about, we're going to be preaching about the same exact thing. You know, talking about mindset is not hard. You know, a mindset is a mindset. So different people might say it differently, but we all have the same, you know, same goal. We all try, you know, we're all trying to, you know, put the same message out there, right? Some may respond better to others. That's why we keep preaching it every single week, right? And a successful trader should always know at what price they enter, or at what price they want to open and close their positions. That all goes back to having a plan, Not if you haven't, you know, if you do your markups and you do your analysis and you say, okay, this is where I'm going to enter, this is where I'm going to exit, stick to that plan. Because the minute that you deviate from that plan, then you put yourself in a position where, you know, you're vulnerable, like, because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. So whatever happens at that point, you don't have nobody to blame but yourself, right? So have a plan, have a good plan, right? And follow it. Do what you got to do. Like, do everything you can to stay with that plan. Like, you know, you could say, hey, my plan is to trade 2 times a day. You have 2 trades, even if you win both of them, you might feel like, hey, I'm feeling good today. I'm on a hot streak, so let me go ahead and put another trade in. That will be the one that's going to take you out. It's going to take everything that you had already made that day because you didn't follow your plan, right? It's very important to have a plan when you're trading. It's very important. I'm telling you that from experience. Because for a long time, I did not have a plan. Like, I literally just wake up and just look at the charts and be like, all right, cool, this is a nice little trade. Let me go ahead and put it in. I may win it, I may lose it, but whatever. I don't have a plan, right? And that's not being disciplined. You have to be disciplined. Again, this is all going to be tied in together. You want to be disciplined not only in your trading life, but also in your personal life too, right? If you have a plan, if you have a goal, make sure that you do everything that you need to do to get to that ultimate goal. That requires a lot of discipline, right? So this decision is mainly based on concrete and gradually developing a strategy. Disciplined traders who work consistently on their craft and strategy usually are more profitable than others. And that basically tells everything that I just said. Like, you know, when someone gives you their plan because they're being successful, that doesn't mean that you're going to be successful too. You have to put the work in. You have to you have to have the discipline to develop your own strategy, right? And then work at it. Make sure that you always make sure that you always make your strategy a lot better than what it did, you know, the day before or whatever, right? You always have to put the work in. Again, put the work in, be disciplined, have the patience, and you'll get there. All right? Anybody else want to add on to that?
I do. So as Mo is going to go through different categories, right? Like I'm not going to really tie it to trading, but just tie it to like almost your reality, right? So positive thinking does not improve your situation because it's merely a smoke screen of what is simmering below the surface, right? So like we can talk about a positive mindset, but are you actually putting in the work to have that positive mindset? Because it does take hard work, dedication, discipline, patience. It takes all of those things to tie into being a successful trader, right? The key to greater success is the aspects of your character and how you are going to process things, right? So like, do you have a disciplined mind? Do you have patience? Are you going to put in the hard work to get you to where you're trying to get to, right? So to discipline the mind, focus on what you wish to see in your world, holding an unrelenting commitment to make that your reality. So that means that you have to push yourself. Well, I'm taking it back. You will be pushed to your limits at times, or your inner resolve will be tested, which means, are you going to mentally break? Or am I going to continue to invest in my personal growth and getting to where I want to get to in life? So understand that ultimately it boils down to you as an individual. What are you going to do to be able to implement everything that we're going to go over tonight in your day-to-day life as well as into your day-to-day trading? That's it.
That's it for that, right? All right. If anybody else want to add on to it, go ahead. If you don't, we'll move on to the next point. All right. All right. So the next one is my favorite one. Yeah. So over leverage, right? We always going to be talking about over leverage, all right? And I'm on top of that list. Some of you guys already know how I trade. I tend to over leverage a little bit more than I'm supposed to. So everything that I'm talking about, it's not just me telling y'all need to work on. I'm telling myself that I need to work on it too. Right. So the number one reason why 95% of traders fail because of over leveraging. This can lead to so many other bad habits and negative impact on your trading career. And number one thing is basically, you being emotionally unstable. Like, it's going to make you be emotionally unstable when you're trading, right? So when you over leverage, that means that you're putting a lot more risk than what you're supposed to. When you do that, that means that, hey, you might make more than what you're supposed to, but at the same time, you got to think about the other aspect too. You will lose a lot more money than what you're supposed to. So for instance, if trading is your full-time gig, that adds a little bit more pressure. So imagine if you're a full-time trader, you don't have any other source of income, and then you're over leveraging on top of that. When you put a trade in and then it goes into negative, that's a whole nother pressure I can't even explain. I know how that feels because that's what I'm a full-time trader, so I rely on trading to eat and to feed my kids. That's why I need to work on my over leveraging too. I'm not the only one, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody, on here has over leveraged at least once in their lifetime. I would take a poll right now, right? So over leveraging is very important. You don't want to risk more than what you're supposed to if you want to be successful. Again, the market will humble you. And this all ties into being disciplined and being patient, because if you're not patient, then you're going to be over leveraging because you're going to try to make a lot of money at once. Be patient. It's going to come. Compound your account. That's the best way to get to where you need to get to, right? The more money you got on your account, the more money you're going to be making potentially anyway. So just work on that. Work on growing your account to a point where you don't even think about over leveraging. I know a lot of people that only risk 0.5% of their account, not even 1%, and still make money, right? And then we out here risking like 20, 30% of our accounts. That's not, that's not how you want to do it, right? Again, I'm not talking to anybody in particular, like I'm talking to myself actually, believe it or not. And I'm talking to myself, and I'm sure that others, feel the same way too. And I just felt like I wanted to put this little quote on here. If most traders would learn to sit on their hands 50% of the time, they would make a lot more money. I mean, it might sound simple, but it's really deep. You don't have to be in every trade. You don't have to be in every trade. You don't have to get, you don't have to get on every single setup that you see. And you sure don't have to over leverage just because you're feeling confident about certain trades or whatnot. Like for instance, you guys know about the strategy that I do, right? I'm confident in my strategy. It wins most of the times. So one of my struggles is that I tend to over leverage on those trades. And obviously last Friday that didn't work. So do you think that was a good night for me? It wasn't. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying things that I need to work on. And I'm sure that if I have to work on it, most of y'all have to work on it too. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can, just to let you guys know that, if you're dealing with something, or if you're struggling with any point or any aspect of, the trading thing, don't feel like you're the only one, right? So even the ones that you think might be successful, they still dealing with these type of things, right? Every so often somebody might over leverage here or there. Just try not to do it, right? Just try not to do it. Be patient, be disciplined, and then you'll get there, right? Just be patient. All right. Anybody else?
I only have one thing to add to that. Stick to your trading plan. If you don't have a trade, if anybody on this call, 32 of us, if you do not have a trading plan, then you need to be hitting up me, Mo, Miri, whoever that are I'll say part of the leadership team, right? We're all leaders, but those that you want to seek guidance to, you need to have one. Because if you have a trading plan, the word over leverage wouldn't even be in your vocabulary. Yep. And that's being honest. Because if you really truly think about it, if you compound your account, what do you have to over leverage for? Literally, Mo can tell you that we have looked at compounding accounts, different things that, you know, that we're working on to also help. Okay, Angela, you need to either message myself, which is Jazz CI, or Mo, or put it in the group, and we'll make sure that you get a trading plan, because you need to have one.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not hard to compound your account and you sitting at 6 figures in less than 90 days. And that's not even taking, with you even taking some losses.
Yep.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, literally 6 figures in 90 days with me taking some losses. But if I stick to a trading plan, we did Mo's strategy. And I was like, yo, Mo, you know how much money that we could be making? And you talking about over leveraging?
Guilty.
Right?
Yeah.
But you have to have a trading plan. I said, take one account. Let's just say that everybody on this call, we're going to take Mo's strategy for 90 days, and we're going to compound the account. Whether we take one trade, your account is going to grow. But that also goes back to being patient. That also goes back to being dedicated. Right? And also with over leveraging comes with money management. Because if you're over leveraging, you don't have money management. Because you're too busy looking at the negatives, and then you gotta over leverage comes with revenge trading. Does anybody agree with that? Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that.
I totally agree with that.
Right? So if you're over leveraging, then that means that you're going to revenge trade. And I don't even think baby girl on the call. No, she's not. But one that drives me, she takes me on a roller coaster, literally.
We all know what we talk about.
That is just her. That's her. However, it's not healthy. You know why? Because she leverages, right? And then if it goes negative, then oh, I gotta catch the bag on it going up. But now I'm revenge trading instead of sticking to a trading plan, right? Because then you would know, okay, I'm gonna take that loss. And one thing that comes with over leveraging, that means that most people don't put a stop loss in, or you keep moving your stop loss, right? When you set that stop loss, that's what it is. So why am I going to I'm gonna give y'all an example with over leveraging. Why would I put a 20 pip stop loss? I'm willing to risk 20 pips, but I'm gonna move my stop loss now to 40 pips.
Hold on,
So you waiting on that trade to go your way. It ain't happening.
I'm
just saying.
So then now I've completely over leveraged my account. And now that I see that the trade is going the opposite direction, let me jump in, and the spread is ridiculous. So now I'm still in the negative. So as you can tell, over leverage is something that we shouldn't do. And it comes with, honestly, use over leverage in your personal life. How many times have you extended yourself and you know that you didn't need to? You extended that olive branch. And it just keeps, you're just cutting the limbs off because you want to continue to extend the olive branch. Right? We've all done it. But at some point, I have to stick to my plan and readjust, refocus, realign so that I can be the successful person that I want to be. Does anybody agree with that?
Amen.
I agree. 100.
1,000.
So that's all I have to say on over leverage. Over leverage should not be in your vocabulary. And if you don't, once again, if you don't have a trading plan, you need to message the admin group. And if everybody don't know who the admin group is, it's Passive Queen, myself, Mo, Neri, and if Tasha, Savvy. There's a few of us. So if you put it in one of those chats, we're gonna respond. right? Because we're a family, we want everybody to be successful, and we stick together. So if you fall behind, it ain't because we ain't help you. A closed mouth don't get fed. That's all I got to say about over leverage.
Alrighty. Anybody else want to add on to that? Nah. Shonda, you want to add on to that? Over
All I
leveraging?
can tell y'all is, you know, us being a signal, we do that, but it's not the right thing to do. Point blank, period. You know, it's just not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. You know,
Do as I say, don't do as I do, right?
don't do like me, because that's just what I do. But I am the signal. You know, I basically can catch a sniper entry. But if you are not the signal and you are not on points, that over leveraging will blow your account. It will blow your account.
Don't over leverage, period. Even if you're the signal.
Don't over leverage, period.
Even if you're the signal.
Well, talk to yourself.
We ain't talking about that, all right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so now we're gonna move on to the next step, right? If I can find it, there you go. So, and this kind of ties into it, right? Know when to exit a trade, right? If it ain't going your way, don't sit there and think that that it's gonna come back your way. If it is going, your opposite way, like if it's going the opposite way, don't sit there and think that it's gonna come back your way, because 9 times out of 10 it doesn't, right? Your stop loss doesn't always have to be the stop loss. If you set your stop loss at 20 pips and then you see it going down like 10, 12, 13 pips, why would you want to sit there and wait until it hits your stop loss? You already know you're losing the trade, so get out. You don't have to, you can minimize your losses, right? And that all goes back to being disciplined and being patient, right? And being, everything that we're talking about. So know when to exit your trades. And it goes the same way when you're winning, right? If you're winning your trade, like let's say your TP is at 20 or 30 pips, and then you have about 13, 14 pips in profit, and then you see it kind of reversing down, and then you look at your market structure and you're like, okay, this looks like it might be going back down. But I'm gonna hold on to it though, because it's gonna come back up. It's gonna hit my TP. It has to hit my TP, right? It's gonna hit my TP. Yeah, that's not gonna hit your TP. Just take your, just take your profit and get out. Can't go broke securing profit, right? Dom always says that, and we always say that. We always preach that. So you can't turn a winning trade into a losing trade, right? And you can't turn a losing trade into an even bigger loss, right? So if you know that you're losing this particular trade, get out. You don't need to sit there and wait till it hits your stop loss. Your stop loss, you put it there for a reason, And if you're seeing that it's going against you, why would you want to lose more money for no reason? You're here to make money. You're not here to lose money, all right? And that's all I wanted to say about, how to exit trades and whatnot. That's pretty straightforward, right? Don't get emotionally attached to your trades. Monitor your trades, but don't just like stare at it, right? If you see that it's going your opposite way, get out. Don't sit there and wait, all right? Anybody? Interaction here. Need some interaction, y'all.
Yeah, that's the thing about over leveraging. It can freaking make you broke in like 5 seconds. You might have had months and months and months of success, and that one trade can take you out because you're on some kind of ego trip. There's so many traders. I've just heard all these stories of all these traders that's been up 60,000 plus, and they've just lost it all in that one bad trade because ego.
Exactly.
So it's just important.
Exactly. And just because you lost a trade don't mean that you got to get back in it too. That's that revenge trading, like Jasmine was saying. So everything ties in together. Everything ties in together. We all trying to be successful traders. And by becoming successful traders, we have to have a plan. We have to follow these rules. If you don't do that, you're probably not going to be successful. All right. You can have months of success lost in one trade. Can you imagine how that feels? I know how that feels. I don't know about y'all, right? Growing account for like months and then just losing in one single trade. That's not a good feeling, right? I did that because I didn't know how to get out. I didn't have no discipline, you know? I didn't have a good plan. I had a plan. Well, I thought I had a good plan, but it wasn't a good plan, obviously, because if it was a good plan, I wouldn't be losing all my money, right? So that all goes back to having a plan. Just because you have a plan don't mean that you have a good plan. You got to make sure that you have a good plan. Talk to the right people to help you get to that point where you have a plan that works, right? Yeah, so that happened to me. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. It kind of ties into this one too. So this one is money management, and this ain't just about trading; it's about life, and period. Right? If you have bad money management, you're not gonna make money. You're not gonna be successful. If you have that poor mindset, it don't matter how much money you got, you're gonna lose your money. You're not gonna be wealthy, right? So you have to change your mindset. You have to think like you're already rich. You have to manage your money like you're already rich, right? The biggest difference between a beginner and a pro trader is money management. A beginner may not have a good risk management plan, while a pro will have a risk management plan and then stick to it no matter what the market does. This is what you call a profitable trader. You want to be a profitable trader, right? I know I do. Money management is very important, y'all. And this all goes back to not over leveraging, getting out when you're supposed to, having the discipline, being patient. So everything ties in together. As you guys can see, every single point ties into the next one. So you have to have every single one of these points to get to where you need to get to. You can't just say, oh, I know how to manage money, but I don't got the discipline. It don't work like that. You have to have every single one of these points to get to where you need to get to, right? It's not easy. It's a lot of hard work, but what's hard work when you can do it, right? If you can do it, then why would you even sit there and say, oh, it's hard work? When you say that, then you already lost. You got to put the work in and get to where you need to get to, all right? Anybody else want to add on to money management? Y'all way too quiet for me today.
I'm just like gonna say, just don't. Like, I'm just gonna say the word. Just don't have a plan, especially with money. You've got to feed your family, and don't risk more than what you can afford to lose.
Facts. That is true. All right. All right. So the last point that I wanted to talk about, besides money management, everything else that we went over, is pretty straightforward. All right. Market structure. So this all ties into, not just the technical analysis part, but even the fundamental analysis, doing your homework, knowing how to mark up your charts. This is the easy plan. I mean, this is the easy part, right? This is the easy part. It doesn't require as much work as the others, but it's just as important too. Again, if you don't know how to look at a chart and know which way the market is going, you're not doing it right, right? So a lot of beginners want to jump into like the markets right away. They just want to make money right away. They just be like, oh, I just want a live account. Never traded on a demo account, but they want to try it. Like they want to make money right away. That's how you can lose money. That's how you can, not become a trader for a long time. Because you're probably going to get you're probably going to get money from your savings account and then put on a live account. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're looking at. You just see others, trade and you're like, oh, this looks easy. Let me go ahead and do that. Or take some signals or whatnot and then think that you're going to make money and then end up losing all your money. Prime example, I do have, one person that actually just decided to join the trading market, trading world, right? And basically, I showed them how I trade, showed them the basics. And then they were like, all right, I'm ready to trade right now. I'm like, okay, did you open a demo account? They said, no, I'm ready to make money right now. They took out $500 and put it on that account. They blew that in one day. Why? Why did they blow that in one day? Because they didn't know what they were doing. So that's very important, right? So when you have, like when you're trading, you have to learn about that particular pair. You know, for example, like if you trade in GU or whatever, you have to study that pair inside and out. Because if you trade in GU, for instance, you're trading two currencies from two different countries. So you have to learn about the fundamental now. So you have to learn about the economy of those both countries. Like, you know, you can't just pick a pair and say, hey, this is what I'm going to be trading. You have to study it inside and out. You have to know how it moves. You have to know what sessions it moves. You have to know what, you know, you have to know how many pips they got to move in a day, you know, the average daily range. So that's all things that you have to learn, right? It's not just because, oh, you see that this gives you a lot of pips and you want to trade it. That's not the right way to pick a pair, right? Or you see a strategy that works on a particular pair and you say, hey, this is my favorite pair now because I see a strategy that works. And not knowing why it works or how it works. You know what I mean? You just see the result and you just jump on it. That's not the way to do it. You got to do your homework. You got to know how to study it. You got to know it inside and out, right? And you got to do some back testing. You got to trade it on the demo account until you are profitable, and then you can jump on the live account. Don't be so eager to jump on a live account, right? Don't be so eager to jump on a live account because the money's always going to be there. 10 years from now, the market's still going to give you pips. So why be in a hurry? Why be in a rush? You know, if you be in a rush, that's where you're going to lose, right? Put the work in, put the work in, put the work in, right? And then you will be ready to, you know, to be trading the way that everybody else should be trading. All right. Anybody else? Come on, y'all.
Absolutely. Everything you said is just absolutely on point. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. We ain't gonna bite your head off. We hope.
Sorry, my computer went out. I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
Yeah, I would like to contest. I would like to be a testament to that. Don't be in a rush. Take your time and make sure you know everything. Because one losing trade, and when you know you had everything correctly and it goes against you, you can have a serious doubt about your technical analysis. So take it from all these people that have experience. Take your time.
Take your time. Ain't gotta be in a rush. The money will come. And like, don't focus on the wrong things. Don't focus on how much money you can make. Focus on learning the skill, because that's how you're gonna make money. You're not gonna make money if you don't know what you're doing. You might get lucky here or there, you know, make a couple of stacks, whatever. But in the long run, you're not gonna be making money. All that money that you made in the beginning, you're gonna be losing it if you don't know what you're doing. Don't be a signal junkie. You know, don't just sit there and just take people's signals. Be the signal, right? You want to be the signal. You want to be the one that people come to ask you, hey, what trades you want me to take? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be that person. You want to be the. You don't want to be the person that would take a
on
signal.
that, bro. Every day is not a day that you're gonna trade.
Yep.
Even though they have 5 days and 7 days in trading, every day when you look at the markets, you're not gonna get a confident setup. So if that's the case, don't force it. Let it do what it do. If you don't see a setup, sit on your hands. Because if you enter that market and you figuring it's gonna go to a buy, but it's not giving you higher highs and higher lows, or lower lows and lower highs, you're gonna be chasing the market. Every day it may be obstacle, but every day is not a figure day for you to trade. So be mindful of that.
Yeah, what she said. What she said. Yeah, so again, this all goes like you said, like I said, this all ties in together, right? You gotta have a plan. You gotta be patient with it. It's not, you're not gonna hit $1 million in one day, you know, unless you're super lucky. But I'm gonna use a quote from is she even on here? Chantel. Yeah, there you go. She's there. Oh, Chandra. I was talking to her earlier, and then we were talking about like doing basically how to mark up charts and whatnot. And I did say something. She said that she's about to start. I hope I'm not putting your business out there.
Man, do what you do. You know I'm an open book.
Right. So, no, not you. I was talking about Chandra.
No, you good.
Okay, Chandra. So we were talking earlier, and she was saying that she's ready to start a live account, and I was like, good luck. And then she said, why do you need luck when you're the signal? I was like, I like that. I'm gonna start using it. I'm gonna steal it from you. So, I'm not gonna say good luck. I'm gonna say be the signal, right? Because if you're the signal, what you need luck for? And how you become a signal is by doing your work, doing your homework, knowing what you're doing, follow your plan, be disciplined, and all that good stuff. I cannot stress it enough. I could talk about this all day, every day. And like I said, some people might take it on. Some people might, some people might take it and then run with it. Some people might not. But the more you talk about it, the more people are going to listen, right? So that's that. Anybody else want to add on to that, or I'm gonna stop asking that because y'all ain't responding. Y'all ain't even.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What up, Jazz?
So this is a quote. It's actually a few quotes that I like. But this one kind of stood out. Well, two of them actually stood out to me. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work, by Colin Powell. And the other one is, there is no substitute for hard work. Never give up, never stop believing, never stop fighting. Hope Hicks.
I can taste of that because this little mini mansion I got is putting that work in. You understand me? It's as much as given, much as required. Okay, you may want it to be one way, but the way that it is, you have to put some work in it, or it's not gonna always come in the package ready for you to use. And that's
Nothing
with
that you can't
anything in
handle,
your
though.
life.
Yes, and another one, it was just a few of them, and I just want to share them, right? Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock.
Right? So, and the one that I love the most, nothing in life that's worth anything is easy. Barack Obama. So I say all of these quotes to really say, if you want something, have the patience, have the hard work, have the dedication, don't over leverage, have proper money management, do proper risk management, do the things that is going to take for you to be successful. And one thing that I want to add for a disclaimer, right? Because I hear a lot of people say, oh, well, my demo account is this. And it's not like the same to be trading in my live account, but the market moves the same exact way, whether you're in your demo or you're live. And one of the things that I have noticed I've been following this guy, his name is Q Banks. I've been following him. I've even watched him like fund trading accounts for, potential people that want to trade, right? And his thing was flip the $3,000 or whatever the, amount from whatever broker that you're using. The one that I actually use is KOT Forex. So your demo starts with $3,000. If you can continuously flip 3,000 to 7,000 with having the proper risk management, having the dedication, the hard work, and you're constantly flipping those 3,000 to 7,000, when you get into your live account, you should be able to do the exact same thing. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes from a 20 pip, you get 20 cents, $2, $20, $200, $2,000, or $20,000, and so on and so forth, adding zeros, is your lot size. That's it. Your lot size changed. So why do I need to catch 4,000 pips when I can catch 20 that's going to get me the exact same amount of money that the 4,000 pips to get to? Make it make sense.
Right.
Right? And stop trying to be greedy. We all did not come on this earth at the same time, right? We all didn't start learning how to walk at the same time. We all didn't learn how to write our names at the same time. Do you get why I'm saying that? Stop comparing yourself to myself, to Mo, Ashonda, Neri, Savvy, Tasha, whoever it is. Stop comparing yourself to us. Right? I've been trading for 3+ years. I was doing it part-time because that was my mentality, right? My mentality was, oh, I could just do this part-time. Okay, cool. I'll take a trade here or there, or, I'll take some signals here and there, whatever, boom. But when you start surrounding yourself by people that want to be entrepreneurs, people that are go-getters, people that's going to speak life into you, people that's like, oh, since you want to make excuses, well, we don't make excuses in this group, right? When you start surrounding yourself by individuals that are going to genuinely push you, the word genuine, because everybody's not genuine in this world, right? But what I can say from, I'll say leadership with quotation marks, right? For IOP, we are a family. We don't discriminate. You come as you are, and it is what it is, right? We accept you for whoever you are. However, you're not going to come complaining. You're not going to come with being negative, right? You're not going to come with a messed up mindset, because you're not going to be pouring that type of energy into the family. Does that make sense for everybody?
Perfect sense.
Yes, ma'am.
So just understand that your mindset on life is everything. There may be some things that you're just not going to budge on, right? Like I've been there. I'm like, I'm not budging on that. I'm not doing that. But then I figured, is this helping my mental? Is this going to help me get to the bag? Is this going to help me be successful? Right? What am I focusing my energy on? Regardless of whatever your environment is. If your environment is not the best environment, guess what? Make the best of it.
Whoa.
Not barking.
Whoa.
Make the best of it, because that's not going to be your environment for long. And if you're not strong enough, then you surround yourself with people who light shines. I'll even use Ashonda for an example of that statement, right? Ashonda, she's going through a lot. She's been going through a lot since September. Everybody kind of knows part of her situation. If you're really close, then you know everything. But she's been going through a lot, more than I would say that I could bear, right? Like something that oh, Jesus. However, when she feels like her light ain't bright enough, guess what? My light shines. Mo light shines. Neri light shines, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to get to the end of that tunnel. Just because you feel like your light is dimming out and you can't go no further. No. You in the wrong family to have that mindset, because when you feel that your light's not shining as bright, surround yourself with people that light's going to shine. Because that's going to be the people that you're going to hold on to, and they're going to see you to the finish line.
I love my team.
Right? You're genuine and you're giving that positivity, love, regardless of what somebody's going through.
And I'm glad to tell. I love my team.
You know how many times that me and Ashonda have like went at it? I'm talking about, Mo can tell you. I've witnessed it. Right? And it's like, okay, I ain't gonna say I don't understand what she's going through, but I'm not gonna let you dwell in that. Because if you continue to dwell in something that's not going to give you positivity, you continue to dwell in something that's not going to give you a return in investment, guess what? It's kind of dead. It's like a dead end. So we're going to cry about it. or whatever the case may be, and then we're gonna laugh about it, and we're gonna continue to put on our big girl pants or our big boy pants, and we're gonna continue to move forward, because what you're going through right now is not your end. It may be very cloudy, but how I respond to it is everything.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I had to reiterate on this. Y'all know I done lost 5 family members. I just lost another cousin today, guys. She OD. We already knew it was inevitable, right? So in the midst of that, I had my moment of crying and weeping and mourning, and I love her to death, but I can't bring her back. There's nothing that I can do physically, capably, spiritually. It's done. It's over with. You understand me? But where I'm at right now, I have over 300 of you all that need me, that depend on me. You know, I mean, the devil is going to come in every which way that you can imagine. You guys have no idea the things that happen. But what you do after you understand somebody passed or shit done went left or things are not working in your favor is what matters. You know, and me and Jazz, we gets jiggy with it over here. You know, I have my rough days, and me and her both Gemini. She can understand when I'm at my ropes, but in the midst of that, she keeps me grounded. So whereas in keeping my eye on the prize, making sure that no matter what happens, take that second to get through it. But what you gonna do after that? What you gonna do after that? She dead. You can't bring her back. What you gonna do? Your bills past due. What you gonna do? Life is a shit fest. What are you gonna do? And that's what we do here in IOP. It's not about me. It's not about you, but it's about us. And you need to be aligned with people that care and not just there to listen to you gripe or listen to you go ham and then talk about your business, but be able to be there to help you get through the business. So yeah, that's what I said. I'm going back to cleaning.
So with all that being said, with everything that Sister said, hold on one second. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to flush. So I didn't want y'all to hear that. We say all that to say that mindset, not just on the trading standpoint, but just in your general life, is everything. So however you respond to whatever it is, think before you respond. Think. And if the person that you call is not necessarily the one that's going to say, okay, we're going to cry about it right now, but this is where we going after this. What's our plan? If that ain't that person, you need to reevaluate, because the ones that hurt you the most is typically either some best friends, right? Or family members, right? People that you're really close to who don't give a flying flip about you when you need them the most. But it's the ones that you never met. It's the ones who give you that, Mo, I love you, right? Or those ones that say, you know what you're doing is you're impacting lives. What you're doing is helping others. What you're doing is appreciated. Even in the midst of you feeling like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hear that. I'm dealing with people that want to act dumb. You know what I'm saying? And some of this stuff is also me preaching to myself. It's not just preaching to you guys. But understand that everybody is not meant for you. And the ones that you think are meant for you, reevaluate. Are they being supportive? Regardless if they don't join or anything, but are they genuinely being supportive? Or are they trying to take from you? So I'm just gonna leave y'all with one thing. Well, actually 2 things. So last week I told everybody to do their homework. I didn't even do my homework. So that was an excuse, right? Because Neri checked me on that. But that's because I have somebody that, regardless of whatever it is that you got going on, you can still do your homework, right? So the one thing that we're gonna do that I would like everybody to do this week And I don't care what, well, I prefer you put in the study group chat, but it doesn't matter. If you are in Ashanda's group, I need you to also post those in the study group, not just in that group, because everybody is not necessarily in her group when she's actually throwing out signals. Post your charts in that group. And I'm also going to hold the leadership team accountable as well, right? Because you have to lead by example. Because the thing is, if you continue to post those charts in the chat, it becomes easy, right? You start to mark up a chart in 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 2 seconds, whatever it is, it's quick. But the objective of anything in life is what? Repetition, consistency. So the first thing is marking up your charts. How many people on this call has actually read the Candlestick Bible book? Drop a 1 if you have, drop a 2 if you have not. Those that have dropped a 1, you have read the whole entire Candlestick Bible? Yes, and use the app. Okay. All right. So I'm also going to challenge y'all again, right? 1 and 2. So we have homework this week, right? We're going to start off the week strong, and we're going to end the year strong too, right? So we got homework each and every week. Each day, you're just going to post 1 chart. And then I am personally going to read, because I have not read the whole Candlestick Bible book, and I think that it is important, right? Yes, Neri, you got homework. At number 2, I'm going to be posting questions from the Candlestick Bible. So I would advise that you probably should read anywhere, probably like 10 to 20 pages, right? I'm going to post questions. Oh, yeah. I'm going to post questions from the Candlestick Bible because I want all of us to be successful and all of us to be the signal. And it doesn't take long to become the signal, but you have to learn that the money is where? Can anybody tell me?
In the candles.
In the candlestick.
Right. So I want to challenge each and every one of us to read the Candlestick Bible and start over. You can never really, why you want to take the mic from me?
Do you think?
I want all of us to read the Candlestick Bible. It only takes less than, not even, let's just say 20, 25 minutes to read 10 to 20 pages. So I want us to read 10 pages. Reading is one thing, but remembering it in there is my issue. Well, that's because you're not applying.
You have to read it again?
Huh?
If you read it already, you have to read it again?
Yes. Wait, you can tell me everything that you read in the Candlestick Bible? No.
I can't even tell you what I ate yesterday.
Hold on one second.
All I ate was
I want to say something.
yesterday. I'm just saying, okay?
I want to say something about that, right? So if you, how many times have you watched a movie several times and you'd be like, oh, wait, that happened? Oh, I didn't see that the first time. Oh, right? But you don't watch this movie several times. Now you know that movie like the back of your hand. So, Neri, yes, we all have homework, and we're going to continue to have homework because there's structure that needs to be done. And we want to set a solid foundation for each and every one of you guys, right? So it only takes take 20 minutes out of your day to read 10 to 20 pages, right? So this is going to be accountability check for everybody. So unmute the groups if the groups are muted, because we got less than 60 days before it's 2021, right? And I don't know about y'all, but I want my trading account to be what my yearly salary is right now.
Hello.
On God.
A month.
Hello.
You hear what I just said? I want my yearly salary to be what I make a month.
Me and you both.
Right? So that comes with accountability, that comes with hard work, that comes with dedication and having patience. So those are on the chat. If you choose to, drop a 1 if you're going to commit to reading the Candlestick Bible and doing homework. Miri, I'm so sick of you. Come on, I'll read it again.
I'm saying 1, I ain't typing 1. Shit.
I'm gonna have somebody read it to me.
No, Mo. Because somebody can read it to you don't mean that you're going to retain it. Right? And then as you read those Candlestick Bibles, read the information in the Candlestick Bible, try to locate that stuff on your charts. Right?
That's actually a good idea to have the chart open when you're reading it so you can go back and look at the charts to see what they're showing you.
How many ones I get on this chat?
Hello ones. Hello ones. I see a lot of ones.
I only got 13 and we got 33 people in here.
Y'all better get your lives together.
What is going on?
Well, Shonda said 1.
Okay, that's 14. I'm just saying, we got 33 people in here. Nobody, not even half.
Yeah, she counted, Savvy.
That's
Savvy.
I actually counted.
Are you really surprised that she actually counted? I'm not.
So we're gonna hold each other accountable, and we're gonna see where we are. Literally, we're gonna say 3 months, so that's 90 days.
To finish the book?
No.
Oh.
90 days in growth.
Oh, okay.
Right? So if you are doing your homework, which is marking up a chart and looking at it and seeing what happens. Every time I've marked up a chart on the higher time frame and just waited, I'd be damned if it don't hit like clockwork. I'm talking about TP1, TP2. I don't go TP3, but it goes in my favor. And the thing is, if you learn to be patient, put your stuff in and forget about it, 9 times out of 10, it's going to hit your TP. But it also comes with confidence that a lot of people don't have on this call. Right? You don't have confidence in your chart. You don't have confidence that you're going to be successful, that you will be successful. Right? You don't have the confidence that your mindset is going to change. You don't have the confidence that you're actually going to put in the hard work, the dedication, the time, and everything to see where you're going to be in 90 days. And if you stick to a trading plan and compound your account, let me tell you something. You can accomplish a lot in 20 days. Right? That could be taking 1 trade or 2 trades and compound your account and use proper risk management. I can guarantee you will compound your account. Now, I'm not telling you to start with $100 or something like that. I'm just saying that takes a little bit longer, but that also comes with patience because it can happen. And I'm talking about doing it the proper way.
You might actually be better off starting with $100.
I know that's right. Say it again.
Like literally, me and Mo have sat down and looked at you taking only 20 trades, right? Taking only 20 trades, 1 trade a day for 5 days each week. And in 4 months, you have compound $100 to adding a few zeros behind it.
100,000 to be exact. 100,000.
Right? And it doesn't take long. It just takes patience, hard work, having dedication to get it done. Because ultimately, you don't need $500. Yeah, $500 gives me a bigger lot size, which means I see return investment very quickly. right? Where $100, guess what that $100 is gonna do? It's gonna test my patience. We're gonna have a love-hate relationship. I may throw some few cuss words in there, right? But guess what? When I start building that, that means anybody can do it. Realistically, you're taking your time to build your account. And in less than 6 months, you're sitting well over 6 figures by taking only one trade a day. Let's just say you use Mo's strategy. Mo is what? Let's just say 3 out of 5, right? We're just saying hypothetically. Hypothetically, he wins 3 out of 5 a week.
It's actually 4 out of 5.
Okay, 4 out of 5. I'm just saying, I don't, but you get on Mo's session and you get those 20 pips. You put your TP in, your stop loss, boom, you let it go. You don't look at it no more. Take $100. You wake up at 2 o'clock, right? By 2:30, your ass could be going right back to sleep, because that's what I did. Even though the trade went the opposite direction, but in actuality, right? Mo looked at something, and when he said it his first time, and this goes with anybody, right? And I know we're talking about mindset, but this goes with anybody. When you say, hey, this is my strategy. Nobody is going to tell me when I say, oh, it's a buy, that's what I'm going to go with, right? Because if Mo, when he first said, oh, we're going to buy this for 20 pips, and it went up, guess what? Everybody would have hit TP. And to give an example, someone, I don't know who it was, but was like, no, it's a sell. No, it's a sell. But ultimately, that's not your strategy. At the end of the day, that is not your strategy. And if everybody's getting on Mo's talk, I do apologize, y'all hearing my dogs bark. If everybody is getting on Mo's call and Mo is going to be dropping signals with his strategy, guess what? Don't second guess him. Because now you're clouding up his vision of what he's saying. Oh, yeah, we're going to buy. And then, no, we need to get out there and now we need to sell. Right? That comes with confidence. And that also comes with learning that until you master whatever strategy it is, don't take this personal, but shut up and mind your business. Be quiet. Right? You have not been trading as long as we have. If you have not retired or said, you know what, I quit my job and I'm a full-time trader, and understand that no strategy is 100%. No, it's not. But your strategy could be 90% accurate. That's very true, because you're going to win. You never know how the market is going to move. But ultimately, you have to go off of your confidence and what you're looking at.
Donisha, remind me to put that seat. Well, you'll leave your car seat with Daryl, or?
So just understand that you got to have confidence in yourself, for one. And then for two, until you master if you're mastering somebody else's strategy, see how accurate you are for 90 days before you come and tell whoever that person is with their strategy about, oh, it's going to hit this, or oh, it should be something else. No. Because if that was the case, you guys would be the signal. Right? So I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes, but I'm just trying to be very transparent. We all have to stay in our lane and continue to go in one direction, which is forward and up, because the bottom is definitely too crowded.
Oh, God.
Right? So that's all that I have to say. I love each and every one of you guys. I will be posting the challenge basically in the chat.